Hello, my name is Ben Larcombe from experttabletennis.com, and these are the week 22 highlights of the Expert in EIAY challenge, the little challenge that I'm doing for the whole of 2014 with Sam Priestley, trying to turn him into an expert. Quite a long video this one today, about 8 minutes long, but loads of good stuff in it, so we'll get cracking straight away. And this is me doing like a really high, slow topspin loop, and Sam trying to block it or counter it. I took about 3 minutes of video of this. Pretty much all 3 minutes was him blocking it off the end. So there wasn't much else to pick from that. We decided to have a go doing it multi-ball, so I was kind of sitting down on the floor giving him really high topspin balls. He got a little bit better at attacking those. What you can see here is that he's really not using his shoulder that much, and that's something that we come on to kind of later on in the video. This is us doing it the other way around, so Sam is now feeding from me, and I'm kind of counter top spinning these high spinny balls. We realised that kind of the timing is really important here, so if the ball's close to the net you might need to wait for it to come to you. If it's coming a bit deeper you can take it pretty much off the bounce. You see Sam's got a bit better here. If you watch his right foot, he's done it again there, he keeps sliding it backwards, which isn't really what we'd want him to be doing. He's done it again there, so that should really be kind of stable on the ground so that you can transfer onto your left foot. You see that he's actually made quite a lot of progress here. We've stood in that same thing. That's a really good counter. The reason we decided to do this was that we went to a club last Sunday and Sam played a guy who was basically just constantly doing these high, slow loops of his forehand. And Sam didn't have a clue what to do with them just because the timing was so different to a normal shot. It's not really a shot that I like to play very much. What have we got here? Okay, this is Sam playing Dan, his housemate. I've just put in the first point. I'm going to upload those videos to YouTube on their own, so I'll put the links to that underneath this once I've uploaded those. Okay, so now I really spent, this was on Tuesday evening, really spent a lot of time trying to get Sam to use his shoulder. I think you can see a huge difference in his technique here. He always looked really wooden before. Here I'm trying to get him to swing his shoulder through. I think that was a much better forehand. And it kind of naturally just transferred over into his backhand. Gave him a lot more kind of shoulder movement in his backhand. I think it's just he hadn't really thought about using the shoulder before. He'd been kind of more worried about keeping it in the right place, but now that he started swinging it through, like these are much better open ups. So technically those are pretty solid, I think. Sam's forehand open up, using lots of shoulder. It still needs a little bit more practice, just to make sure that he doesn't kind of forget the technique, so we'll make sure that it's ingrained. But okay, so this is from Wednesday morning. Sam doing a bit of skipping in the gym. I haven't done loads of gym videos recently. It's not because Sam hasn't been training in the gym, it's just that he's been doing it on his own. You see he's got a lot better at skipping. But I was very impressed with his skipping. I think this is a lot harder than it looks to deal with these different patterns and keep it going. Especially Sam wasn't kind of naturally a good skipper at the start. When we went to swerve, I know he struggled a bit with skipping. His fast footwork using these ladders has really improved as well. And I mean, like everything, it's just practice, isn't it? So he hadn't done much of this kind of thing before. Right, here we were thinking about getting out to a wide ball to our forehand, which is a bit of a weakness for Sam. I think often you don't have the time to do a movement to then stop and then transfer your weight onto your left leg as you play. You kind of, as you land, you're almost playing it, which is what we were kind of working on here. I think it's a lot easier to go from right to left with your movement because your shot's kind of taking you that way anyway. Whereas here you're moving from left to right, but then you want kind of a right to left weight transfer as you hit the ball. So we're just thinking about that and trying to have a go. This is just having a practice of his reverse service. You see here he's kind of using his wrist, but he's not using his arm. I think I'm just about to come and sort that out. You want your elbow kind of like out, further out than your in your wrist, whereas before here the wrist was sticking out. This is a very difficult serve to learn. Okay, so then this was Wednesday. One thing I noticed was that when I kind of play my forehand and I'm trying to take quite a big shot, I'm taking the ball quite far out in front of me, whereas it seemed like Sam was taking it more to the side of him, which I think just technically means he's going to struggle to get as much power. It's just not quite the right place to hit the ball. Kind of ties in with what, that's especially late, ties in with what Mario was saying in Malta about kind of getting your triangle and hitting in the right zone. So we were kind of really ramping home that point, trying to get Sam to take the ball a bit more in front of him. And then combining that with the shoulder. These don't look great, but I think he'll get a bit better. That was a better one. I mean, you just got to make sure that you're taking the ball in the right place, and it can be a tiny thing where you're taking the ball 5 centimetres too late, and it goes from being in the perfect place to really hit it. Then you're kind of taking it too late. It can be all these kind of really small things that make a difference. Right, this is from Friday, I think. What we're doing here, so we've started kind of playing points and then thinking about what might have gone wrong with it, and then trying to correct it. And what we realised was that after Sam's serve, he's not very quick getting into a ready position, and then also kind of being balanced afterwards. This is filmed under the table. This is always quite useful. So we're trying to get Sam to serve, get his balance, then get wide. This is me doing it. We're trying to work out exactly what's going on with the weight transfer, because there seems to be, after the serve, a lot of weight transfer between right foot and left foot, for me anyway, before I end up moving. You can see my knees kind of wiggling around a bit. I think that kind of enables me to be able to go off in either direction. It's something that Sam's going to need to learn in order to be a little bit more explosive. This is something else we did. So I did a serve that kind of went half long into Sam's backhand, and he was worried about opening up because he's going to hit his hand on the table. So we were kind of thinking about, well, what could you do instead? And I guess it turns out you do more of an over the table attacking shot. It's not a flick, it's kind of a combination between a flick and a topspin. And this was me doing a kind of side spin serve into Sam's forehand, and then just giving him a bit of practice timing the ball. So there he timed it well. If you let the ball kind of drop onto your back slightly, just a little bit,
drop onto your back a tiny bit, not too much, but enough to give yourself.
It just makes a big difference with the timing.
That's it.
Whereas if you're trying to take it too early and just kind of like snatch at the ball,
timing though, isn't it? You've got to get it at the right point.
it's just not as good.
Yes.
That's another good one. He just needs to learn timing. So we're going to be doing loads of that stuff in the future, where we play a point, and then if Sam does something kind of puts the ball in the net, we then go back, review it, think about what he should be doing differently. So yeah, it should be loads of good stuff coming up. ExpertInAyear.com is the place to check it all out.